Hello everyone, good afternoon. First, I would like to introduce myself to you. My name is Mahshid and I'm new student for Psychology 1A in Monash University. Today, I'm going to talk about is punishment and effective behavior modification strategy in children or not. First, I have divided my presentation into three main sections. First, I'm going to give you a brief background of what is punishment and what is behavior modification. Then I will focus on two different types of punishment, physical and non-physical punishment. Then I will explain some effective alternatives to punishment in children. Okay, first I will start with what is punishment. Some psychologists agree that punishment does more harm than good, and it is not effective in upbringing of children. Punishment does teach fear, aggression, and avoidance. Also, people who are punished don't quickly learn to stop a bad behavior. For example, kids of all ages always make trouble, and some parents tend to use praise rather than punishment to adopt their children. So in this case, children answer more better to this way rather than punishment. So, uh, in, in this video, I will argue that punishment is not a good strategy to adopt the children, because in childhood punishment is absolutely connected with aversion, irritability, and solitary behavior, and it could damage the parent-child relationship and mental health problems. Now, what is behavior modification? Behavior modification is a framework that most parents use it to adopt their children to behave correctly, and or they use a discipline as an approach to prevent their children from doing bad behaviors. For example, some parents want to their children finish their homeworks on time, and they buy the prize for them, and the children make that they feel great, and they will do their works on time. On the other side, when the children misbehave, for example, they neglect to wash their dishes. So parents should urge suitable discipline and help their children to do their works. However, on the other hand, hitting kids create emotions like fear, misfortune, outrage, phobia, and etc. Also, the children who punish, they have a tendency to use angry behavior for adopting their children or another person in their future. For example, there is some example of punishment. Okay, in this case, punishment divided into two parts, physical punishment and non-punishment. First, I'm going to focus on what is physical punishment. Physical punishment is a serious public health in the world, and it influences the mental strength of children and social order in which individuals live. Physical punishment increases the antisocial behavior and aggression in children. Also, it will decrease the quality of parent-child relationship, as I mentioned in the beginning. Physical punishment includes hitting, pressing, smacking, slapping, whipping, and etc. And there is some example of physical punishment. Moreover, majority of parents tend to use non-physical punishment to their kids. For example, if a child acts wrongly, they secure them in a dark room. In this case, parents yell and use terrible words to their kids when they make a mistake. The effect of these savage disciplines are same as physical punishment. Non-physical punishment has various bad effects on the personality on the kids and will harm the identity and make anxiety in their tendency. For example, when a kid is secured alone in a dark room, the impact on his nerves makes him not fit to delete it from his brain in the future and in his life. So shooting and use swearing words will have an extremely harming effect on children's childhood, and this may cause a kid to use this for their future life. So there's some example of non-physical punishment. Totally punishment make a child feel like a terrible person, and he is more likely to use bad behaviors in the society. And when the child feel that the punishment is justifiable, they think that the use of force is alright, and it cause they make immorally decision. Okay. Now, now I will give you some effective remedies to punishment. First is talking and listening. This is one of most useful way to adopt the children healthy. Parents should use word instead of action. They should talk rather than hit. And parents should talk with children what behaviors are acceptable and what is bad behavior, or what is safe behaviors or what is dangerous. The second one is label feeling. Parents should help the children to use good words into their different feelings, such as feelings such as enjoyment, interest, happy, love, instead of fear, anger, or shame. The last one is positive reinforcement. Rewards and prizes will increase the child's self-esteem. So parents should provide sometimes some prize or rewards for their children to encourage them. And positive reinforcement is more effective to achieve long-term behavior complaints rather than punishment that cause feelings such as fear and shame. Okay, there are some examples of some remedy that parents should speak with their children softly. So in conclusion, totally punishment can damage the childhood and make bad imagination in child's mind about the life and about their parents. Also, punishment has a lot of bad effects on the personality of the child, and it can make that the children can be successful in the future. So, in my opinion, parents should talk to children softly and help them support the children to cope with their problems and give them some good directions to cope with their problems. Thank you to listen to my video.